You can never guarantee 100% customer satisfaction. This is my advice for local businesses aiming for a perfect 5-star rating always. So this is easily the fastest way to kill any business, is by trying to please everyone. You should have a better goal. Here are some reminders I want you to take into consideration. Understand the importance of having realistic goals that actually matter to your business. Build stronger processes and focus on your real fans and avoid overpromising. Okay? We don't want to overpromise anything, so we have realistic expectations. So the myth is that we need to have 100% customer satisfaction. I meet a lot of businesses, especially in my business where I help businesses, especially with reviews and things like this. They tell me that, my business is great, I have 4.9 star, but everything else is not right. I don't know why I have this perfect rating, everything else should be perfect. It does not really matter. This is one big misconception. It is a big benefit to have this, but the most important thing is that they actually find you. Clients that you want finding you. That's way more important than having a perfect 5-star rating. I've met a lot of struggling businesses that have 52 5-star perfect reviews on Google Maps, but they're having a big problem and they're going to shut down soon, and they're just trying to survive. So the dream of this perfectionist mentality that a lot of business owners have, they should get rid of it and find a better goal to focus on instead of having a perfect 5-star review score. So you can't try and please everyone, because that guarantees failure. You'll drain resources trying to make up for every small thing. And what you should be actually focused on is creating real value that is the reason your business exists and is the reason people keep coming back to your business. So why are 5 stars an always impossible objective to maintain? It just takes one negative review and your dreams are destroyed. And you would be surprised. There are a lot of people out there who are not very nice, who are extremely picky and are impossible to satisfy. And they are just the kinds of people that will walk into a business looking for one that's 5 stars to turn it into a 4.9 star rating business. So instead, because really there are 3 categories. It's speed, quality, and price. Those are the reasons that people use to qualify a business to give it a rating, right? These are the characteristics and qualifications they assess. This is the criteria. So you can't be perfect in all 3. Every business usually leans to one and is okay at one and can improve at another. That's just the basic design of every business. It is very rare can you find a business that meets all 3 consistently. There are some really famous steak places in New York, for example, but they deliver you the perfect 5-star steak in 2 minutes after you take your order, but they're not cheap, are they? You see what I mean? So there are different levels to everything, and you can't hit all those 3. So automatically, you will not make everyone happy, because some people will have the expectation for that steak place to also be cheap, or at least worth it. But if you have an old brand name, they're not going to charge free. They're not trying to compete on price. They have a established brand. So you cannot deliver all 3 at the same time. You have to make everyone instead feel understood if you have those negative people, but that's about it. You can't just start applying every feedback you get blindly just to make everybody happy. You can't change your business model based off one negative feedback. You can't take it into consideration, but that's about it. So some people are also impossible, like I said. These people exist and will waste your time and drain your resources, and you should not waste your resources trying to make them happy. You should do the bare minimum of responding respectfully to their negative review and move on. That's about it. So what actually matters? Who are your best clients? Those are the ones that you give high priority to, and those are the ones you design your business to make happy. Those are the ones that you should care about, not the problem customers that drain your energy, because frankly, those are a waste of time and you should not really bother too much about them because there's nothing you can do about them. So, like I said, you have to protect your energy and resources. You have to train your team to handle these complaints fairly, not desperately, like, oh my God, you caught us, we made such a big mistake, what can we do? Occasionally, for example, in my business, I've made a mistake or two with some really big clients, and I was a bit desperate to resolve that, and I let that show. I should do my best to make up for my mistake, but I should not go above and beyond and offer them this and offer them that. But I'm learning, like every human being is and every business owner is. You have to do what's fair, and that's about it. You can't take it to the extreme of anything. So have strong systems that improve satisfaction without false guarantees, member managing expectations, and have clear policies that protect your business and its reputation that you can always refer to. Obviously, you never want to go up to an unhappy customer and say, actually, in our policy, this, that, and the other. But you want to subconsciously have a sign somewhere that communicates that, so no staff member ever needs to say that, for example. You have to be also smart and strategic with how you inform your clients about those policies too. So how do you handle unhappy customers? Very easy. You validate it. You make them feel heard. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, thanks for letting us know. How we can make it up to you by doing X, Y, Z, without begging them, or just, this is what we usually do if we make this mistake. Sorry about that. Or if we didn't do anything and they're just being really picky, we can tell them, this is how we usually do it. We can take on your feedback and we can pass it over to the management. But if you go and take every piece of feedback and go yell at your team and your staff, that's really a bad decision, because that's just going to ruin your team's morale and make them feel useless. Obviously, if they did not meet their own standards, then you go do that, and then you go tell them, these are our standards. We weren't able to meet this one. We have to work better at meeting this standard. Okay, but don't offer unreasonable sums of resources to that one unhappy client. Whatever you want, what can we do? All that. That's not a good strategy, and it's not going to be beneficial to your business, and it makes you look desperate. So let them go. There's the door, without being rude, obviously, but it's okay for clients who are not a good match to leave. I know the whole objective of a business is to get as much money as possible by getting as much clients and customers as possible. But at the same time, you don't want to sacrifice everything for one client. It's okay to lose one or two, and it's better just to promise effort, honesty, and strong advice. That's what you aim for, instead of perfectionism. And if you have an established business and you're trying to generate more local people finding you, that's what I specialize in, local SEO. That's what my business does. We help businesses around the world by making local customers find them faster, because we do local SEO, which means making different resources and data on Google that helps your Google business profile rank higher. Not number one, but over time much higher than it was before and the next month. So over time, you will rank a lot higher on Google Maps, and local people who are looking for your service, who usually go to Google Maps as the number one place to look for that service, will find you much faster. So if that's interesting to you, you can book a free call with me at vortexranker.com. That's about it. Take care.